Hello everyone, welcome back to the Spotlight for the Liverpool preview. But we've got some bigger news to talk about. As I was just about to sit down and make this video, Romano's come out and said that here we go on all the big Eric number 2, Eric part 2 at Old Trafford. Can he have the same impact as Eric Cantona? Let's hope. So yeah, he has tweeted out, Romano, he has put, Ten Hag to join Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement in contract set to be completed. Mitchell van der Gaag, priority candidate for this coaching staff. And the Ajax and Man United in contact to discuss £2 million clause. Announcing time and dependent. Not official today or tomorrow, so it looks like it'll probably be in the coming weeks. It wouldn't surprise me if after we get annihilated by Liverpool tomorrow, that there's some kind of spin on this, and probably Thursday or Friday we get the official announcement of Ten Hag to just get everyone off United's back after they've been absolutely smashed all over the place by Liverpool. As for the Liverpool game, I mean, for me, there's only one clear winner. I think Liverpool will absolutely dominate us, whether it's 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 5-0. I think we'll get battered. I think if we get anything out of the game at all, it will be a miracle. Never mind a win, even a draw. They've got everything to play for, Liverpool. Are they still on for a quad? Liverpool, is it? Or is that City? But one of them, well, it's not City actually, is it? Because they knocked them out of the FA Cup yesterday. So yeah, they're still on for a quad. They've got everything to play for. League, Champions League, the Cups. They'll be well up for it. And we are at the all-time low after scraping past Norwich, losing to Everton, poor result after poor result after poor result. And it's not only that for tomorrow, but we have a major injury crisis in the midfield. And a year ago, if Fred and McTominay were both injured, we'd have been celebrating. But at this current moment in time, when we've got no Donny, Bruno's playing like a petulant kid, and Pogba isn't a CDM, and it doesn't matter. I think if Pogba went and scored 4 tomorrow and we won 4-0, that people still wouldn't appreciate Pogba. So, I mean, will he play Pogba? He might not have any option. We've got no other midfielders. I'll get straight out there. I'm going to go for 3-0 to Liverpool. I don't think we stand a chance tomorrow. Our best chance will come from a corner or Ronaldo or Bruno having a pop shot and it ends up going in, or a mistake. I can't see us scoring any other way. I mean, the only other thing you could think about doing is just playing pure pace up front and hitting them on the break, because we know they play super high line. They do get caught in behind a lot, Liverpool. The pace of the centre-backs get them out of it, and the discipline of that line catches a lot of teams offside. So I flick over to the tactics board, because you might be interested in what's happening over here. If I can get it all on the screen. There we go. So yeah, I mean, we're going to have to go for De Gea in goal, aren't we? Because why else? Who else would we put in goal? Definitely no one else, as usual. Tellez is default left back. Shaw is injured and unlikely to play for the rest of the season. Tellez was absolutely honking at the weekend, so but I don't get what else we're going to do. I can't see him getting forward much in this game. He's going to be doing a lot of defending, and against Salah. So that's going to be a huge test for him. There's no Varane. He's injured again. I think he's trained, but it's highly unlikely that he will play this game. They're probably saving him for Arsenal. So I would actually pay Bailly just for a bit of pace because, I mean, Maguire again against Norwich was awful. We lost against Everton with him in the team. Like I said in my previous video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, he just needs taken out of the firing line. And this, if it goes badly wrong tomorrow and we lose by 3 or 4 and Maguire is in that team, he's going to get pelters again. So I'd just keep him out of it for his own sake, let alone anything else. And then, I mean, who else have we got to play there? I guess we've got Lindelof or Phil Jones. Have I got a Phil Jones token at the bottom? I'm not sure if I have. Actually, it's a tough choice because we'll get onto that when we get to the midfield. But Dalot, right back, I don't know. Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, it might be a game for Wan-Bissaka because we're going to be pinned back. We're not going to be attacking anyway, so I probably would just play Wan-Bissaka, even though I'm not a fan of him, but up against Mane or Diaz one-on-one, he should at least be able to keep them fairly quiet. And then the midfield is going to have to be Matic, which is why I think he didn't play at the weekend. But who plays in here with him? Pogba. We all know that Pogba can't do this CDM role. Maybe he can be the number 8 with Matic. This is how I think that Ranić will line up. I think it'll be Matic and Pogba and Bruno. I mean, what other alternative have we got? Fred and McTominay are both injured. Donny's not there. Also, Donny's birthday today on the announcement of Ten Hag. Bet that's the best birthday present he's ever had. Ten Hag coming back to United, at least he's got one player that he knows he can rely on in Donny van der Beek. I mean, what do people opposed to of after Pogba got booed off by the fans during him, just leave him on the bench? Something like Lindelof in midfield. Or Jones. Just someone else that's defensively minded that could play them. You could play Lindelof and play Jones. But the crazy thing is, from the squad that we had in January, where everyone's saying we had way too many players, it seems like now if we get 1 or 2 injuries, we are lost for options. I mean, how can Man United have no midfielders? Honestly. It is an absolute joke. The only thing is bring a youngster in, but you're not going to bang a youngster in his first game against Liverpool at Anfield when we're going to get absolutely torn to bits. So for me, it's going to have to be Pogba or Lindelof in there, and you play Jones back here. But I think this is how it will go. And Pogba will have a little bit of licence to roam, and Matic will mop up in here. Bruno, I don't think deserves to be playing. He has been absolutely, totally and utterly dreadful since he's got that new contract. Bruno, I mean, we were saying it about Rashford, about how he needs to simplify his game, stop running at people, running down blind alleys, losing the ball all the time, make the simple path. Exactly the same applies to Bruno Fernandes now. He needs to stop this. Picking the ball up back here. Into no one. Giving the ball away constantly. He needs to be doing this with Pogba. Into Ronaldo's feet. These kind of balls. None of this looking up from here and oofing and open. Especially, I mean, against anyone it don't work, and it's been proven. And the last thing we want to do is keep giving Liverpool the ball back, which is exactly what I think we'll do, and it's exactly why I think we'll just get torn to pieces. And up front, I mean, you could do a few things here. We all know what's going to happen when it's 3 or 4-0 and Ronaldo's touched the ball twice. After he scored a hat-trick last week, everyone will be saying, oh, Ronaldo didn't do anything, he was useless, he was crap. Get him off. I mean, what's he doing? How about the other 10 players on the pitch, especially these lot in here? The 2 defensive midfielders and the back 4 are the real problem. And along with Fernandes at the minute, they've got to supply the 3 forwards with the ball. And currently they are so poor that these 3 up front just feed on scraps, whoever it is. But Sancho, for me, would always play on the left. He's not been great the last couple of games, but at least he can provide. And the options are something either... because Elanga and Sancho will work backwards a bit better than Rashford. So the options are Rashford or Ronaldo up front. And Ronaldo's just scored a hat-trick, so you assume he's going to play Ronaldo. But in this high line that Liverpool like to play, I think pace in behind is key. And I would play Rashford. As mad as it sounds, I think we'll have so little of the ball, and Pogba and Fernandes, all they will be looking for when they get the ball in here is that. The ball into the channel. The ball over in behind. Because we know Van Dijk and that lot will be defending on the halfway line, and Rashford's pace in behind could be key. Ronaldo's also played, it'll be 3 games in a week. Might be better off. We're going to get dominated anyway, so let Rashford play and hopefully catch him on the break. You can always bring Ronaldo on later in the game if we're still in it. But I think we're more likely to beat Arsenal. So you'd be better off saving Ronaldo and making sure he's fresh for Arsenal, in my opinion. So I mean, that's the team I'd go for. I don't know what you lot think. I mean, it's a strange team. It's just one that's cobbled together, really, because of injuries. I mean, I'm saying put Jones at the back. I'm forgetting about old Slabhead Maguire. So it'd be that, wouldn't it, more likely? Either Lindelof and Pogba, just to do 2 defensive jobs. And just say sit in. Get Fernandes to sit back here so he can play the longer ball. And if this is the tactic, it's all about Rashford in behind and just try and defend constantly. I think we have to be more concerned about making the scoreline respectable rather than thinking we're going to get anything out of this game, because I don't think Liverpool have lost at Anfield all season. So the likelihood of us getting a result at the minute there is just unbelievable. Anything, though, would be a great result for United in the top 4 race as well, which is now obviously back on with a terrible form of Arsenal, even though it's still a stretch. And like I was saying at the start of the video, this is an opportunity for Man United to stop Liverpool winning the title. If we take a couple of points off from here, it'd be very, very difficult for them to catch City. So that should be the motivation for them to just try and get something out of the game. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. You expect a bounce. People say, oh yeah, the no Ten Hag's definitely in now, they'll get a bounce. They won't get a bounce. We've been waiting for a bounce for months. Every single game we think, oh yeah, they'll perform in this one, we'll get a bounce. We never get a bounce. So I wouldn't expect anything but an embarrassing defeat, and anything else is a bonus. And then if we do get an embarrassing defeat, remember to watch out for the spin of the official Ten Hag announcement, so everyone will forget we've just been demolished by the Scousers again. And on that note, enjoy the game if you can, and I'll try and see you on the overview after the game to discuss what I thought of it. And yeah, like the fave, sub, anything is good for me. See you later, and peace.